though, I would feel a lot more comfortable with the my shadow on the board. It seems quite crucial to this specific point. He does use com, so we'd like to think that he does have Gallade here. I'd like to hope that there's Gallade here. All right. You got 2 seconds. Oh man, that was too close to call. Both players are on no prize points. But I think the more that Lance gets to build here, the harder it's going to be for Vivi. Especially now that Meowscarada, he's thinking about where to put it. Interesting. Bit of a risk. This is a very interesting here. He wants to get Gallade into the picture. Without hesitation, Vivi goes straight for the Curlier. Gallade's going to be pushed up here. 170 hit points, doesn't attack. Now, Lance does have 2 reds in his deck. May already have 1 in his hand. So, it looks like from him tapping Floragato, he doesn't have the second Meowscarada. He's hoping to top deck it. No Beedrill too, from what we've seen, right? No Beedrill. Oh! Huge! Detrimental! 130 damage attack. Might be game. That top deck was insane. The top deck may be it, guys. I don't think this is going to help. Unfortunately for Vivi, unless he... No, there's no shot here. We see a Sabrina and Cyrus and Fred. Yeah, it's GG. He had Sabrina and Cyrus. And unfortunately, with that, Vivi is eliminated. Unfortunately, we have lost a star player. Lance played really well. The top deck was crazy good. And Lance came out on top. Sabrina, Cyrus, yeah. The top deck was clutch. Very, very clutch. And he didn't even have Beedrill yet. It was a very tough comeback for Vivi, for sure, with that one. And, well played, Lance. Oh, let me serve a deafen. Alright. That was good. Okay, we're gonna go check. So Momo... Can Twice stream? Let's have a look. Something's happened. Look at the results here. You can now? Okay, that's good. But you don't have to right now, right? Because what we see here, Twice beats Magikarp Fish. 2-0. These guys didn't even record their scores unless I need to refresh. So Vivi versus Lance here. Vivi, did you guys record the scores here? Just checking. So Lance advances to the lower semifinals. I believe. Twice His Love is here. Harry, Trav. Praise twice. You think Lance is about to go demon now? I don't. Oh, there you go. There's the scores. So Lance versus Twice His Love. Now, looking at the schedule, the next match is going to be the upper finals and lower semifinals at the same time. So we've got Don and Stormcastle going up. These are the final four, guys. Don and Stormcastle going up, and then you got Lance and Twice His Love. So top four is here. Resetting. I think both of these matches will be played at the same time. Well, someone has joined me.
Hello, hello.
Hello. The man has woken up from his slumber. Thank God Salt was able to do an extra round.
Bro,
it's
I'll
okay.
explain later.
It's
after,
okay.
But...
You would, dude. You already wake up early. We appreciate it. You're here. It's top four. Upper finals and lower semifinals. So
all right.
Now we have given Trav like the decks, but the people who remain still is P-Don, Stormcastle, Lance, and Twice Is Love. None of which are in Australia, which means the shipping costs for the prizes that they will choose will be very high, depending on where they live. Storm needs 10 minutes. Okay, so we can watch the lower bracket first. All right, well, we can go ahead and watch Twice Is Love. So, Twice Is Love going up against Lance, or Lance versus Twice Is Love. Whoever can stream. I don't know, the tariffs, I don't even know the tariffs are a thing twice. Look, just like, I have to check later. All right, we're just going to wait for them to stream. But welcome, Tribe. Welcome in, bud. Always good to have you here.
Thanks, man.
Better late than never is always the way.
Well, since we have some time, let me explain. So I did my my invitational yesterday, and I didn't fall asleep until about yeah. And then I didn't fall asleep until like 8 p.m. So, and then I got woken up at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. We'll just wait for them to stream. But we're going to bring up Twice's decks. I'm not sure where Twice is going to be yet. Okay, it looks like we're going to watch through Lance's point of view. So we just locked the VCs, so that's why we had to leave for them to come in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to watch Lance's point of view again, guys. All right. All right, they're just setting up. So you can see that right now. We're going to see what deck Lance is bringing in. Do you have your cheat sheet with you for decks?
I'm trying to... What,
You did really well, Vivi. Really well. Very unfortunate.
What was it?
Lamp League. But let me check. Okay, so we got Scar Zone first for Lance. Generally, from what we see here, guys, is if you have a Scar Zone deck, they tend to be the ones up first. You want to watch Storm? Well, Storm needs 10 minutes, Vivi. So you probably will get to watch it. I don't know what Twice is playing yet.
Okay.
I'm glad, dude. I'm glad. It looks like a mirror, but not quite. By the way, I think Lance wants his hand covered, so you get to see that stuff that I don't get to see.
All right. Well,
Hey, Anime.
we saw
How
a
you
lot
doing?
of these yesterday. The Magnezone versus Magnezone matchup.
Mm. They're quick though.
Um,
They're quick. That's the difference between like the Dark Tina matchup mirrors
yeah,
and
true.
the Executor Celebi. Like Salt and I were talking about it. It's good. And this is a slight variation. We've got the Electric Magnemite versus Steel Magnemite. But hope you're doing well, Anime Ruin Lives. We are just co-casting the invitationals for the Narnia Lamp League. Top 16 has made it. We are down to the final four. This is the lower bracket. So this is the lower bracket of the final four. So one of these players is going to end their journey here.
Pokeball for a Scarberry. Magnemite just attacking.
Yeah, I'm quite the Pocket TCG enjoyer. I am. Rare Candy, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to really pump up two-stage Pokemon. I know Trav and I wanted to talk about it, but we'll have to talk about it in between as these matches are on the way. But it is going to shake up everything, which is good. I am eyeing Gengar especially because I've been trying to make that deck work since last one, which it did, I guess, work since we got to Masters with it.
Yeah, it definitely worked.
Yeah. But Gengar stocks are definitely going up after this set. You think you opened with Scar like twice out of the whole 20s? Magnemite just loves you. Alright, so Magnemite just wants to stake the show, and then Skarmory takes a back seat here. At least for Lance, we see that Skarmory is on his side, whereas there's two Magnemites on Twice as Love's side.
Yeah, and I'm
It's gonna change, yeah. There's a lot of cards that will
yeah,
counter the Dark Tina. But yes, Trav.
it's it's looking kind. Oh,
Yeah, but he doesn't
I
have.
I was I was gonna say it's looking kind of rough for him, but
Okay,
yeah,
so the Magneton's gone in. He gets a charge. We just saw Magnezone come out of Lanz's hand. Deck. Now
yeah,
it depends on what Twice is going to respond with whatever he has. At least for Twice's hand, both of us don't know what he has.
yeah. We have no clue, and it could just be.
Jesus, how many plays is Lanz doing this turn? Dude, he just did everything.
Yeah, he played all the cards in his hand
Is he? Does he
except
have
for
an?
the one he drew.
Okay, he just did everything. He put Skarmory in the active, gave it a tool, evolved Magneton, energied it, Sabrina'd. What a crazy play. But I hope
Yeah,
you're doing well, Anime. Welcome in, dude. Enjoy the show.
it might work out for him as well
It's a very
because
strong play, yeah.
he's. I'm pretty sure he's just trying to bridge the gap into that Magnezone. Um, so that his opponent wouldn't just evolve into Magnezone and Sabrina him
Yeah.
back.
Technically, you still could. Since both of these,
Technically,
yeah,
yes.
technically he still can, but looks like he's chucked on the Rocky helmet here. Is he sacrificing the Magnemite? He's not going to attack with it for sure, unless he evolves. Twice might be cooked here if he doesn't have a Skarmory. We'll find out if Lance has Cyrus and Magnezone. Trav knows what he has. But it looked
uh,
like he emptied his whole hand except one card, I think.
yeah.
Oh, there's the Sabrina.
There's the
If
Sabrina.
Twice does have the combo here. Oh shit, he doesn't have
He's
enough
got 5
time.
seconds.
Yeah, he's not enough time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He went for the ram instead. Okay. 10 damage. They both only had one Sabrina. They've both used it. Basically, it looks like everything that they have is exactly the same, except the difference of Magnemites. That's essentially the only difference between these two decks.
I'm actually surprised he attacked with the zone there. I, w- I was thinking maybe just switch out and keep an electric energy for next turn, and just finishing off the Magnemite with a Skarmory,
Mm.
because if they have zone here, it could get like extremely rough.
I think it's one of those like who attacks first. And I mean, to be fair, I think Lance played really well, just went full aggressive, but looks like he's gone Iono here. I can see the cape is gone, and now he's got a Pokeball. So I know we can see exactly what Lance has. And this Magneton, like you said, will probably retreat. Yep.
Yeah, if they don't have the zone, it's probably best.
Caped, which doesn't. I mean, this is only for damage reasons.
Mhm.
You're gonna love Storm. Like, yeah, your favorite player Don is still in the upper finals. He's versing Stormcastle, which has the cooked deck. They're both crazy decks. We get to watch it next, by the way, so it's pretty exciting.
That's awesome. I love that. Magnemite onto the bench, same with the Skarmory. He has all the basics that he could ever want.
But there's no card. Like,
Um,
in my mind, there's no cards left in Lance's hand.
yeah, they're both out of cards basically. Ooh,
Oh, opting for a retreat. You know what? This is fine. If you have the ability to do so and saving that electric, that is all good. The only thing he's just got to be careful here is that twice, if he has the zone, can attack 3 times, which is more than enough to finish the game here.
yeah.
But you would still switch to, because you can spinning attack this.
Yeah, exactly. I think he would switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Skarmory goes down. Lan's in a
Spicy.
lot of trouble currently. No tools, no Evo.
No, nothing.
Yeah. Hey, Pasha Bimo. This is a tournament, invitational.
Ooh,
That is
what a
clutch.
draw.
That is actually
What
clutch.
a
Is he
draw.
going to clutch the next 2? Of course he does.
Oh my goodness. Well,
That
the first
that
one's good.
cape. I'm sorry. That Rocky helmet is. Oh my god! I think he just wins now. Does he? Let me think.
I think so too. Unless his opponent well, let me check.
Yeah, this is just a tournament that we've hosted. They've been playing tournaments for the last 8 weeks, and now we're to the invitational Pasha Bimo. So we timed everything with our event so that once rank finishes, once the new set is coming out on Wednesday, this is something to kind of like do a final send off for Shining Revelry decks and below as we enter a new era and meta with Celestial Guardians. Yeah,
So
twice.
Twice is not out yet. If he finds the
Pinto high.
Cyrus and the Magnezone, he'll be okay.
Yeah, they both have 1 point each. Welcome in. Welcome into our invitationals. We're in the lower bracket of the final 4. The spinning attack here.
He's tapping so fast.
He's trying to
He
look.
wants it out so badly.
Lance wins. Oh, that is that's it, right?
That's like a draw.
Yeah, I think because he's got the other Magnezone in his hand. So twice will eventually lose this one, guys. So the first game looks like it's going to go to Lance. Hey, Cheery. We timed it so we made this tournament so that the event, like by the time the next set comes out, is we finish that. So that's the timing. Of course, no one predicted Shining Revelry.
Yeah, nobody predicted Shining Revelry. We just got a random trailer drop in the middle.
Yeah, I was on holiday. I think I was on holiday. Yeah, I was on holiday. I was like, oh, what's this? Actually, no. I was just about to finish my holiday, and the Twitter or internet went wild as Shining Revelry was announced.
Yeah,
No worries,
it
Hacks.
was it
Thank
was
you
a
for chilling and
crazy
watching.
day
Hope
for
you've been
me.
well. But GG. So Lance wins the first best of three. Now, as you can see below as well on the stream, those cards were banned by the top 16 or the top 8 of the leaderboards. So they can't use any of those cards in this current tournament. It's best of three conquest. So if you win with one deck, so as you see here, Lance just won with the Skarmory and Magnezone deck. So now he can no longer use this deck. He has to win with two different decks, which means that this next deck here, which is the Meowscarada Beedrill deck that he brought, he has to win with that. Meanwhile, since Twice has not yet won with the Scar Zone, he can bring it back if he wants to, or Twice can opt to choose for his other deck that he brought, which is a very interesting one that I have yet to see, which is Chomplax, Garchomp, and Snorlax.
I like the sound of that.
So crazy. And thanks for the follow, Jonah. And thanks for helping me with the goal. Thank you. Thank you very much. 6.6k followers is huge for me, guys. Thank you. Rethorgy, you troll. All right. Going into game number 2.
Let's see what we got.
Just Rethorgy. Oh, man. All right. Oh, thank you. Jenna, thanks so much for the resub. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your support. And thanks for the follow, Pinto.
Sprigatito versus Magnemite.
All right. I mean, to be fair, we did talk about it with Scar Zone. When you lose with Scar Zone, you probably still play it as a conquest because it's strong. This looks a bit unlucky on my side to see that Twice has to start with Magnemite again, not Skarmory.
Yeah, he did find the Skarmory to put on the bench though, so he can maybe get to it fairly quickly.
Thank you.
Draws are pretty good here for Lons, and he's just gonna cry for help. Get
This is a good
another.
draw. Yeah,
Yeah,
good
drew like
draw.
3 cards that turn, 4 cards actually. That's like a quarter of your deck.
You can't bring the same Pokemon in 2 different decks. Now, if you brought Arceus and Arceus EX, if Arceus EX wasn't banned as 2 separate entities, that is allowed. But no one actually, in terms of the participants here, brought any variant of Arceus or whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. We might not see Garchomp. I mean, he's got Magneton in the back, which is good. But you can see that the curve that Lance has right now, at least from the viewer points perspective, it's pretty good. You see that he just top decked Cyrus as well, so this Magnemite's in trouble.
Yep, this Magnemite is definitely in trouble. The Magnezone, if he ever does kill the Magnemite, could just come out of nowhere.
Well, if he gets zoned now, oh well, high chance. If he gets
Oh,
zoned
he
now,
could, he could, he
yeah,
could
this
just
this
have
can
zone now.
change. Yeah, this could really get Twice back in the game.
Oh, it's
You would
looking like a
only
zone
yes,
now option.
you would only do that if he had the zone.
Yeah, yeah.
Professor, yeah, everything was bannable. Everything was bannable. But they wanted to play actual games with Origi, so they didn't want to ban Professor's Oak. So you can see Misty and Team Rocket Grunt were banned. Twice is really trying to... Oh, sorry, not Twice. Lance is hoping for Kakuna here. The clutch one-stage Pokemon of them all. Oh my
Oh
god!
my draw, what the heck?
Is he actually going to do this?
Nah, that would be insane. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Honestly, guys, this Kakuna variant is the best one stage Pokemon of the whole Shining Revelry. To give a
And then
stage one a stun mechanic is insane.
it is insane.
Like,
Imagine on the next turn he Beedrills and
yeah,
gets
it gets rid of the
the
lightning.
electric
Yep,
energy.
yep, I can
Yeah.
see it already. This is going to crush twice his love if this happens. Oh, wait, Professor's research is the next best thing to a Beedrill. Oh wait, did I just see? He's already got the Beedrill. Oh man, 1 in 3, this lightning gets cooked. Yeah, Rare Candy could never. You're right. Rare Candy can't
Ooh.
do.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Okay, I would just. My heart is broken. If I was twice,
Oh
I
my
just flip
god.
my phone. I flip everything.
Wow. Wow. I'm punching my phone right now.
That's it. You just cry. What do you do? Let's think.
Wow, that is so sad. Oh my god.
Beedrill is the goat right now.
Beedrill's my goat.
Yeah, Beedrill is the goat. I'm trying to think what he can do. I mean, he can still try and build. Like, he's got a bunch of cards in his hand.
Yeah. It's probably mostly cards that attach to Skarmory.
Yeah. If he gets a cape, that's good. You kind of want a cape to survive a hit here. He does. Okay, this
There's a
buys a
cape.
little bit of time. Um, currently,
Yep,
just
trying
to
to find that second zone.
yeah, I mean, currently Lance doesn't have any points, but he will soon. High chance that he probably has like a Cyrus in his hand. He's got a bunch of cards. There's Pokeball. I mean, he doesn't have any Pokemon left. So what? Is he just holding the other Sprigatito or something in his hand? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
Erica here. This is very hard for Pokemon, for like Skarmory to break through. Um, the zone at the
Yeah,
back is just dead. There's just no reason to ever like that's a
what's the
free
draw
kill.
magneton rate?
Another cape.
Well, if he is going to Cyrus up something, it would be the
The zone, right? Or
Magnemite.
Magnemite. Yeah, Magnemite to prevent it from
Yeah.
evolving. Yeah, this is looking really grim for twice. He's chucking all tools. It's like, what else can you do? He's chucking all the tools around. Tattoo, I think about
Yeah,
these set. Staraptor Arceus with Red Candy. Yeah. It's gonna be
that's
pretty
good.
sick. There's so many combinations, guys. Every time there's a new set that comes out, your brain starts ticking. Oh my god! Like, Lines is top ticking every saving card that is just appearing.
Yeah, that Erica last turn was insane. Like, to break him, and he's just gonna do it again.
Yeah. Beedrill, the goat.
Beedrill the goat,
Beedrill, the
knocking out
goat.
this Skarmory.
That was just honestly, I feel demoralized. Like there's when you feel that there's absolutely no hope on coming back
Oh
because
yeah, this is definitely that situation.
yeah, even if you get Magneton here, is it's too late. Like he's already down 2 points. He's
Even if you
Ionoed.
get Magnet, ooh, wait,
Sabrina,
that could.
that's
Okay.
red. Meowscarada.
Ooh, no Cyrus.
No Cyrus, but he does have Sabrina.
Yeah, but I would rather hit the Magnemite off the bench instead of probably getting the Magnezone for free.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Sabrina knocking out that Magnezone. Oh, with Meowscarada
Meowscarada. I
instead.
mean, fair enough, because Meowscarada is a 1 point prize. Beedrill's
Mhm.
clearly his strongest Pokemon here. No big threat.
True. Plus, Meowscarada
That's crazy,
is
Hurston.
kind of less good against non-EXs.
He gets the Ton now, and I think we haven't. The Cyrus was shuffled back into Lance's deck. But to try and draw for like 3 energy is really wishful thinking.
Yeah, it's 50-50 if he just loses the game on the spot next turn.
This is the right play for Twice. Just he's already chucked in 2 Ericas. He needs we know what Lance needs. I just don't want to say it anymore because it's scary. There's only 2 cards. He's got a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Oh, he lost the
Oh my
50-50.
god. Oh my god, he lost it.
Did Twice actually come back?
Oh my god. He wins the game.
He,
There's no way. There is no way. Wow.
the last card is Cyrus, but it's too
Yeah.
late. That Iono was so clutch.
Yeah, the Iona
Yeah,
was.
we'll see. We need to. He needs to have Magnezone and Cyrus, guys. Twice has a very low chance, but he can still win.
He has 0 cards left in
Yeah,
his
so I
deck.
guess he has it, right? Cyrus and Magnezone.
Yeah, he
Yeah, yeah,
has
yeah.
to
But
have it.
all the decks are done. They both
Wow.
literally pulled their decks. That sounded almost wrong, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Don't think about it.
Wow!
Don't think about it.
Twice, I'm so sorry I doubted you. That
Wow,
was
Twice is insane. What the heck?
That Iono was nuts.
That was the best Iona in the game, all
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
him
Best
Cyrus.
Iono in the game. That is great. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, bro. I'm sorry. You're still in it. I don't know how the hell you clutched that. I mean,
Nah, that was
I saw how you clutched, but we get to see the Garchomp at least. So that is crazy. I think I said I think your morale might have been broken, but I might have spoken for the wrong person at that point, because if I was Lance, I think my morale would be broken right there, because
yeah,
it
the
looked like you had that in the
50-50. Oh
bag.
no.
Now we're up to a very, you know what? I applaud Twice. Yeah, the Kakuna paralysis was what changed, and then the Iono changed again. But it
Hmm.
is the best example of why you never concede. Correct. That was a perfect example why both players should never concede.
Exactly.
Play
Yeah.
till the end until you see them actually have the killing blow on you. All right. This is going to be interesting. We've got Snorlax and uh, 3 Garchomps. 2 of the old ones with Cynthia, which I am such a fan of. And we've got the EX Garchomp going up against Meowscarada and Beedrill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this is the
think this
lower
matchup
bracket.
is actually
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So there's only 4 players left, and this is for third place. And the thing is, there's no prizes for third and fourth. You have to go first and second. What a crazy
That
game.
means a cry for help.
This is as good a start as Lance can
Yeah,
get
this
here.
is an insane start.
We're gonna have to see how Twice responds, because Twice has no comms for this Garchomp deck at all. Probably can't. You can't fit it with having 2 Barrys and 2 Cynthias and an
It's okay,
Irida.
just strawberry. Just strawberry the turn 2 and maul,
Third place gets
absolutely
a cookie.
maul whatever's in the front line for
Yeah,
his opponent. Decides to cry for help instead of getting a little bit of damage in, which I
I think
think
he's not.
might be right.
Yeah, he's not. He wants to get his Meowscarada. I guess. Oh my god, he got Garchomp. So I mean, having Garchomp this early is really really good. You just draw and draw, and
Mm-hmm.
looking. I think he like I like the deck that Twice has because it lets him pivot if he wants to. If he's going to try and go for the Garchomp EX, or he's just going to go for the other Garchomp since he has both Cynthia's, uh, for them or not. And putting energy
Garchomp
here.
EX into the graveyard.
So he's going all in on just Snorlax and the two Garchomps, which makes sense because there's Meowscarada here. So he doesn't care about the EX Garchomp.
True.
The
Yeah.
the only issue
Meowscarada
is energy bricking.
lame.
That's it. Like we've seen the energy bricks with Garchomps before, where they were just drowning, and never pulled fighting. But you can see there's fighting energy coming up top there.
Yeah. I think Twice is pulling in his main character energy
Yeah, there's huge comeback energy
so
for
that
sure.
he can have Garchomp into fighting energy. Like double fighting plus double water on your first couple of turns.
Mm,
It's kind of crazy.
mm,
Plus having a Garchomp on turn 3 is kind of crazy.
yeah. And you know what makes this harder for Lance in a way for this matchup? He's got two reds. Those two reds are virtually useless. So he's playing an 18 card deck. Whereas
I would say the
every single card
16
is
card deck.
16.
Yeah, because well, the entire Meowscarada line is kind of way worse when
Mm.
you're not playing against an EX as well.
Now you can see here that Twice has both fighting and water energy coming up. Well, like in the zone. So I'm assuming here Twice may have Irida in his hand to maybe keep Snorlax alive for one more turn. And if he does, will he put the fighting energy on Snorlax to attack?
Um, yeah, that is probably what he's thinking about.
Because nothing can KO the Snorlax if it's been healed by the Irida. No, he's opted not to. So is he going to sacrifice the energy here? Has to. Unless Irida, I guess. Or Barry? Okay.
Maybe just getting a little bit of damage in.
Yeah. I do think the Garchomp is quite scary when it has the energy to attack.
True.
Free
And I do
draw.
think that Beedrill could just destroy this entire deck.
Well, Beedrill's now online, but it looks like I mean he's got the energy reserve ready. That you can see Lance is going to use the two Meowscaradas as a shield.
Yeah, make himself into a 3 prize deck instead of a 2 prize deck. That
Mm.
makes sense.
And then you're basically playing roulette with energy here for Garchomp with whatever Beedrill could take out.
Hmm.
Um, in this current scenario, Cynthia does nothing here.
Yeah, he needs to save both Cynthias for the next 2 months. Get a crap ton of damage onto Beedrill. That's 150, and um, it knocks out Meow. So he did just place a Gibbite onto the table. So
Yeah, goes for the
another
Dragon
Garchomp
Claw.
coming soon, trademarked.
I don't even think he sheared, which means that the four cards that Twice has must be pretty important to not be
Hmm.
willing to part ways with it.
He's going for the RNG Beedrill play. If he knocks out the fighting, it's still fine for Twice. But if he knocks out the water,
Yeah,
it can get pretty scary.
yeah. Oh,
Oh
That's
my
not
god.
good.
That is
But
horrific.
I mean,
It still KOs him next turn unless Twice has an Irida.
he does. We'll see if it's in his hand. I mean, he can still shear if he doesn't. He's got 2 Garchomps, which means he can shear twice. He's just used Irida right there, which means that he cannot um use Cynthia this turn. But most likely, with 2 Garchomps double shearing, he's got Cynthia. And like you said, this is going to come down to the RNG of what energy is going to be removed for Garchomp. I would have
So
maybe done the
far, it's
same, Alpha Cunny.
been 50-50.
So now, Beedrill needs to attack the fighting energy.
If he
We,
detaches water this time, I'm gonna go crazy.
if he does, it's over. Because
It's
I
over.
think we saw Erica, so I think Lance can Erica again on Beedrill. But I feel like it's too late now. Like I understand that he wants to play it, like you talked about him wanting to play it safe, but I think if he did, he'd have enough energy to build up the other Garchomp at the back, which would be even more troublesome. So I think he has to go for broke here.
Well, he's building the
Ooh.
Garchomp in the back
Yeah.
either way, um, if it detached the fighting energy,
Yeah.
so which it did.
Now this is
So maybe
really tough
so
for
maybe this is
twice.
maybe the next turn he switches into Meow and I guess hope
Yeah.
double Sabrina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just saw Professor's research played here. Somehow, on like what would potentially be the brickiest energy game for twice, he's actually alternating between water and fighting, which is nuts. Because we've seen many games where you just either get flooded or you just get the desert thrown at you.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy how consistent he's getting
Yeah, it
alternating.
is. It is. No more Irida to save this Garchomp. This Garchomp's gone. But if Lance has a Sabrina, I think he's still in a really good spot here. Straight up Crushing Spear. Miascarada, Erica. No cards left in Lanza's deck again. I didn't think that we'd have like 2 games of
It's
decks
probably
just
gonna come
completely
down to
empty.
another it's probably
RNG
gonna
hit.
come down to another 50-50.
It's an RNG, yeah. If you can see it, it's going to be an RNG hit. All right, both decks are gone, guys. Game number 3 of the final 4. One of these guys is not going to advance anymore. Both Cynthias are in hand from twice. But there is, I think, unfortunately for twice. I mean, he does have a Snorlax, but that doesn't do anything now.
Yeah, it doesn't deal
Yeah,
enough
I
damage.
think he can't survive 2 Beedrill attacks. Like Beedrill's on 190 now.
Oh, true, yeah. How does he survive the second Beedrill attack? That is the question.
There's no more healing.
I mean, uh,
No, that was the first one, but the second one's not enough.
got rid of the water energy to add insult to injury.
Yeah. It's GG now if it wasn't before. Second Cynthia. No cards left. Garchomp is about to fall, and that is twice done. Lance holding up with the Beedrill Meowscarada. Going through twice. So unfortunate, coming in 4th place. And that was just the lower bracket trap. That was a pretty hectic game.
That was really good games all around the board.
Both played really well.
Most definitely.
But that is GG. Twice played really well, but unfortunately, the champ has fallen from NA. So that was our last NA player. Lance, I think, is from India. But we're going to see now as we go into this part. You can see that Lance will advance into the lower finals. He will be versing whoever loses in the upper finals between Don and Stormcastle. Both excellent players. So, yeah, D-Knight beat twice. So Stormcastle does have a D-Knight. So even though we lost one dragon, Trav, there is another dragon in play. So it's gonna be there's a Dragonite. You're gonna it's just crazy how these guys are playing right now. It's all right, Twice. You did your best. Okay, what we can do, because we haven't actually had a chance to watch his play yet, we'll watch Storm. We've seen Don a few times. I think Storm would like his hand covered, or he can watch Don, who doesn't mind his hand being shown. Actually, you choose.
I'm fine with Storm.
All right, we'll give Storm a watch here. We'll check if Storm is watching. Does he want his hand covered or shown? Let me check. It's all right, Twice. You did what you thought was best. And covered.
You almost made it out of it.
All right, give us a sec while we bring the next table up. So we're down to the final 3. We'll see what Storm says as well. Oh, Storm allows us to show his cards. Excellent.
Oh, nice.
All right, no censorship, guys. You get to see everything. They
have an OO in the password.
You gotta love Lance run. Yeah, he's doing well. Can you check for me if Lance allows us to watch his hand, like show his hand? Because basically, Don and Storm are happy to show. I just don't know if Lance is happy. But we're getting into it right now. So give me a moment while I set this up, and Trav can take it away. But this is the upper finals.
We got a Regirock in the active here.
That is normal.
Versus a Magnemite.
All right, so Scar Zone going up against D-Knight.
Professor's research drawn here. Thinking about either Pokeballing first or researching first. Depending on what he wants to do here.
Thanks for the follow, Lance.
Bikini drawn from the Pokeball.
There you go.
Research into Giant Cape and Pokemon Center Lady. It's looking like a half-decent start here for Storm. Let's see what the Magnemite player's doing. Professor's research coming out of the Magnemite player. Putting an energy onto that Magnemite and just dealing 0 damage.
Because of I mean, it's really rare to see Regirock in action for one. Another rare thing is when someone tries to attack you and it does no damage. Because of your passive. So Don just did that. Don just did that for fun. You can see here that Storm has a bit of a bricked hand. Not the worst yet, but could get worse for next turn.
Yeah. if he doesn't draw like any more draw or the Dragonair here, it could get really rough really quickly.
I mean, there's only so much Regirock can hold, you know. And he will be able to tank a big hit from Magneton, which is good. Oh, it's Magnezone, sorry. So we'll see how it plays out. And the thing is, though, because Regirock is so difficult to move out of the way here, uh, Don can just keep charging this Magneton.
Yeah, and have like three, maybe four electric
Maybe
energy,
Hurston.
so he doesn't have to deal with um the fact that
It's all right, Twice.
Magnezone gives cards an electric energy. So
Yeah. I mean, the
also,
energy bricking of electric right now isn't too much of an issue. It's more the decision if you're going to use the com that Stormcastle has right now to try and stay on curve for Dragonair. But I think because there's no rush, like he's not getting any water, so it's not like he can just throw it out there if he wanted to. You don't need to
plus
com right
Regirock
now.
gives it 3 turns as it is right now.
Mm. Which is a huge thing, 3 turns. But
He
he's
could
about to.
go into Magnezone next turn
Yeah, he
and
can charge twice here, which
finish
means
it.
Zone can attack 4 times, which is more than enough.
There's the
Thanks,
40
Hurston.
Pokeball
Oh
drawn.
my gosh.
Energy
Energy brick
looking rough.
and
Yeah,
lightning bricks. He does heal the Regirock with Pokemon Center Lady. Or was that Potion?
that was Shaman's effect.
Hey Z. No, no, I did not pre-order the Switch too. Oh my god, he's got another
Pokeball's
Regirock.
into another rock. He
I
wants to
mean,
rock.
if this is the ultimate store, this is it, right?
Yeah, this is Omega Stall right
This is the
now.
ultimate store. You got Shaman, you've got Regirock, you've got 2 Pokemon Center ladies.
I mean, he's used his second Pokeball. I would imagine that he would want to calm here soon.
Well, there's no, like I said, there's no point to calm if you don't have water coming up next.
True.
So he's gonna save it and just keep drawing as if it goes normally. Yeah, the thing is, this game isn't Nintendo, Z. This is a non-Nintendo game, so Switch 2 doesn't bother me right now. I even saw the price in Australia for Mario Kart World is like $113. I don't want to think about that. All right.
That's horrific.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, so zones here. So we lost the first Regirock, which in a way was anticipated. Now there is a Sabrina, but that's not really the issue right now. Since Shaman's there. Professor's research is huge. But the lightning
Only
energy.
electric energy.
I would honestly, I would chuck the electric energy on Regirock if he's because he's got a leaf. No, as I said. Okay, this looks a little bit better.
Yeah, but he knows he's bricked
Storm
this
is
turn
literally,
and
yeah.
next turn.
You're right. Storm is going through a storm. All he's getting is electric. There's no water.
What an unlucky name.
I should put in the full name. It's Storm Castle. He's played
Yeah,
phenomenally well since. But right now, I mean, up against a
I
Scar
mean,
Zone who is aggressive, it's pretty rough.
it doesn't matter how good you play if you're bricking. And it's looking
Well,
like,
I think at the moment the Dragonair brick is the least of his worries. It's this bloody um energy that he can't do anything
yeah,
with.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, he still has two Dragonairs in deck. He probably has about like maybe 6 cards left in deck already because he has drawn a lot. He has 2 races. He's used
Yeah,
2 research.
he's just hoping for water, guys. Hey, Heaven, how you doing, buddy? Where is the rain that comes with the storm? That's what he's looking for.
There's the Nair.
Oh my
There's
god!
another electric energy. That is so rough, man.
I think he's gonna think he's gonna heal now. That's about 50 and cape, which means Regirock doesn't. If he puts cape, Pokemon Center Lady,
Yeah,
potion on Regirock, the Regirock still lives a hit. But
yeah,
not getting
and
water is horrid.
yeah, that's very bad. I think that's his
The
only
brick,
play
fair
at
enough.
this point too.
I think it was just meant to lose here.
Nah, nah, nah. He can
But no,
still
no,
win.
look, I said this about twice, and he came back with a banger return.
Yeah, he could still win.
All right, thanks,
He
Dislike.
needs water exactly next turn. Like, he needs to see that it's generating water next turn. Just attach onto the rock and heal it up, and
Well, that's the kind of
wow,
only play that you have. It's just going to be difficult later on.
he's just letting the rock go down.
I mean, it's Magnezone's last attack.
That's fair, but that puts it onto RNG.
Oh, but he doesn't have to. He just
Um,
retreats. Skarmory, this is getting really, really tough for Storm now. Because he's got enough energy to just retreat the